This episode of Bogans Guide to Wine is brought to you by the Bogans Guide to Wine merch store. Get it on ya.
G'day guys, welcome to a new episode of Bogans Guide to Wine. I'm Sampy.
And I'm Polla. Apparently. Go!
This week we're not actually doing wine at all. Paula's brought over some beer.
Andy.
So this is a Bogans Guide to Beer episode. So what have you brought over, mate?
Well, I would like to say it's a rosé, but it's not. This is a Jacobinus Bierspezialitat, which means it's a special beer from Jacobinus, which is in Germany. And this, most importantly, is brewed in line with the German purity laws of Reinheitsgebot of 1516, which means that it's going to be good.
Alright, so this is some pretty interesting labelling we got here, mate. It's pretty damn busy. Is this what made you pick it off the shelf?
No, I picked it off the shelf because it's German, and they make the beer in that Pilsner art. You see, Pilsner art. They even have the art on the bottom relating to how gorgeous that is. It's not just a label, this is art. This tells you what's in it. It tells you, I mean, there's a weed here, that's not in it, but there's other stuff here. It looks great. It just says to you, this is not emu bitter.
I don't think they're making you bitter anymore, but anyway. So
Nor should they.
Let's have a look at the labelling though. So what you say is weed. I reckon that's probably hops. Do you reckon an illustration of hops there?
You're showing me up now, Jason.
And what
So hops is used in there?
Apparently so. But now this is wheat, so there's obviously wheat down the side here, so this is what they call a wheat beer?
A wheat beer. Mit Leibei sogar gebraut. Yes, it's a wheat beer.
What he said. Alright, tell us about this colour, mate. It looks like a pretty standard lagery looking colour to me.
Yes, sort of yellow with a hint of lager. It's light. It's definitely not stouty in any way, shape or form. It's just, as I say, look, I can see that through there too. It looks to me like it's going to be fairly light on. Very much a breakfast or pre-breakfast beer.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's not one to drink late at night.
It doesn't strike me as it would be terribly alcoholic. I'm trying to do the legs thing here, but I don't think it really works with beer. I don't think the legs coming.
Did you see that? Did you see it get out? I didn't twist it. That got out under its own power, you know. It's an exciting beer. This is probably still in the brewing phase. It's still live.
I'm trying to come with some sort of Jew escaping joke, but anyway, we'll carry on. So the alcohol content, it doesn't, like I say, it looks pretty light, but what do you reckon the alcohol content of this is? Well, can you tell?
I don't really think you can tell from these, but in saying that, this is beer I tasted in Asia, 14%, and it wasn't so much the colour as the lumps in it. Right. So I reckon this is still fairly light. Yeah.
So grab a bottle. Let's have a look how much alcohol percentage we're dealing with here.
There, down the bottom.
Well, it's 4.8. It's I wouldn't call that a light beer at all. So
no.
Obviously a bit more alcoholic than it looks.
According to the police, there's no way it would be light. Now, I've drank a number of beers by Jacobinus, and in terms of nose, this is pretty average. A lot of Jacobinus stuff is pretty potent on the nose. You can sniff it and think, wow, that's got something going on here. This just smells very, very lively. But they say it's their special one. I wouldn't buy it on its nose, but then it's not cocaine, and I'm going to drink it. So.
That's it. Okay, the nose isn't overly. No, it isn't leaping out of the glass, and that's why we have them in the wine glasses, so we can actually give the aromatics as much chance as they can have. But I can just get a little bit of hoppiness in there. Can you?
It smells young and fresh to me. It does. You can smell some beers that are mass produced and put in tins and sent out into the world without any love, and they just smell tinny and rough. And this smells like it's been properly made, which is what the purity laws are all about.
Yeah, right.
And it's important.
Do you understand what the purity laws actually are?
Yes, I do. You didn't think that, did you? The purity laws is because Germany considers beer as a significant part of their culture. And if you're going to make beer and it's not really beer, it's got chemicals and stuff in it, it's actually debasing the culture. So the Germans say it's part of our culture, therefore we need to respect it. Hence the purity laws. And they do. German beer consistently is grand stuff.
Well, let's have a taste and find out. Cheers. Clunk.
Now, the first thing that gets me about that is maximal tongue involvement. It's happening all over my tongue. And the other thing I love about this is the Germans, this sounds terrible, they don't go big on gas. It's not overly aerated. There's nothing worse than beer being overly aerated, and this is not. So you can take a long draw of it and drink it as if you really needed it, which I do.
Almost sort of stout-like. You don't have all the bubbles attacking your tongue and whatnot.
Things don't need to be heavily aerated.
It's it is a lager, yeah? Is that right? Because it sort of has that lagery. It does strike me as a wheat beer. The wheat beers, I mostly know Australian wheat beers, and they've got that sort of tang at the end. I really like. I'm not getting the tang. This sort of tastes kind of.
The tang can be overdone. You know, I got to tell you, it's got tang to it. Yeah, well, great. So is Dead Rabbit. But this is gentle. I'm a drinker, and as I say, it's all over your tongue, and the aftertaste there. But it's not overpowering. The whole thing is this is. Excuse me. This is a gentle beer. It's a thing you could drink a lot of.
I was going to say, the 4 point out. Yeah, you're dead right. Me and Luce will probably put this into one of the dangerous categories where it's a lot more potent than what you would expect.
Yeah,
it's sort of got that. God, I even want to say that Swan Gold sort of.
No, don't say that. That's it. You're finished. You're not wasting this beer on a man that thinks this is Swan Gold.
No,
I do understand where you're going.
It doesn't have the like you've bring German stuff to the table before, and it's just.
It's sophisticated,
but this is a lot more subtle. And I was really I was hoping for a lot of that wheat characteristics, but it's obviously a bit more hoppy than it is wheaty. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it is, and I'm not exactly sure. On the label, it implies both of them, but it has the best. It has the advantages of both Jacobinus and the wheat beer. It's lovely. I think it's as I say, you could drink it from breakfast till dawn.
Alright, so final thoughts, mate. Are you impressed with this thing?
Immensely impressed. It's a comfortable drinking beer that doesn't just let you drift into a situation where you're just drinking beer. You'd sit back and you'd still be enjoying it, thinking about it, and taking the whole thing on board. It's not a thing that you forget as you drink. It's delicious. I haven't asked you how much you paid for this yet, so I'll leave that judgment flat. I'm a little bit disappointed. But you normally when you bring out the really, because Brian's the next door neighbour and we drink the odd beer together, and I'm the wine supplier and he's the beer supplier generally, and the stuff you normally bring out is really intense and a bit more exciting. I'm finding this just a bit meh, to be honest. It's in comparison to, I wouldn't compare it to like your general Aussie stuff you get on tap. This is it's more interesting than that, but it's not as exciting. Like if I saw that label, I'd look at this. Well, that's the kind of thing Brian would buy. I'm going to buy a bunch of that, and this is going to be awesome. It's not awesome. It's not bad. I don't think it's great. It's good. It's good. I can see where you're coming from with that. You're wrong, but I can see where you're coming from. What I like about this is that you can certainly, what Jason's talking about, buy these big exciting beers that have everything go on and they come with a little encyclopedia and a disc that you have to read before you drink it. But this is a delicious tasting beer that you could drink all afternoon, and it's never going to say, meh, we're just drinking. You're always going to think you're drinking Jacobinus.
Yeah, it's a level above just normal stuff. It's it's obviously that's how much. So how much are you paying for a
this
6-pack of that?
Is unbelievably as cheap as chips. You cannot go wrong. This stuff is $20 for 6, and these are big bottles. There's over 43 litres in this.
What is the actual content in there? Looks like about 500 ml, eh?
Yeah.
So it's half a litre.
Yeah.
So
it's an absolute bargain.
for what you're paying for a 6-pack, generally $20 is
Yeah.
pretty cheap. Now, did you get that on special or anything like that, or do you reckon that's just what it is?
No, I was just driving by and I thought I need a Jacobinus and I popped in and that's what it was worth. It's brilliant.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, if you're interested, check out your local bottle if they've got it for some Jacobinus. Is that right?
The J is a Jacobinus.
Jacobinus.
Yeah, not Jacobinus, Jacobinus.
Jacobinus. Till next time, guys. This has been Bogans Guide to
It's
Wine
been great fun.
or Beer.
And we've got another one. Let's go.
Till next time, this has been Bogans Guide to Wine.
Ta-ta.
Get it
I'm
in
having
ya.
this one now.
Now you can rock your very own Bogans Guide to Wine t-shirt. Visit bogansguidetowine.com.au. Get it on ya.
Well, it is. It's not a very stylish
No,
hat.
just do this.
Nothing
Curve
stylish
it a
about
little
that
bit
at
at
all.
the front.
Put it on like that.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's how most of them wear it.
Yeah, that's right.